What's your thoughts on Trump going to Chicago with ICE agents trying to break up?
He didn't do it though, right? I don't think he going.
I believe he did.
I think
they went to Chicago.
Yeah, they're snatching people up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicago's been going for a couple of days now.
Because that is one of the things, right? Where I look at the comment sections and they're like, they need to get rid of these damn gangs.
The worst thing black people can do. The worst thing black people can do is tell the government to come into our community and deal with our children for us. The children are how they are because we allowed them to become that way. And to tell Donald Trump to come into the black community and handle my children because I'm too afraid to is a recipe for disaster. Because guess what? They shoot everybody when they come. Do you feel me?
When has that ever worked?
When has that ever worked? They shooting everybody. Elders, babies, they don't care. It's a recipe for disaster. That is a problem we should be solving ourselves. Black men must take back the black community, not the police.
So the narrative is the YNs, right?
I hate that word. I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I'm not a fan.
And when you look in Chicago, they say has, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but they say there's over 100,000 gang members out there. Okay. And there's constant shootings, constant killings. And again, this is a narrative, right? But we hear it inside of rap culture. Don't go to Chicago. Oh, Chicago's tough. That's the street. Don't go to O Block.
I love Chicago. I love it.
When you think about the streets of Chicago, is there a realistic way to save these kids from the gang culture now?
Absolutely. Give them opportunity. Give them education. Give them meaningful, relevant therapy by black people. Remember, what's the mother of all crime? Miseducation. What's the father of all crime? Economic castration. What are two of the bigger problems in Chicago? Poor schools and no jobs. Anybody who tells me I want to stop crime in a black community, I don't care if it's Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Philly, Detroit, Chicago, Boston, Atlanta, Houston. If you tell me you want to stop crime in Chicago, but you're going to do nothing about the schools and nothing about unemployment, you are a complete hypocrite. Poverty is the mother of crime. Poverty is the mother of crime. You're not going to do nothing about poverty, but you're going to reduce crime. The only way you can do that is kill people and lock them up. You feel me? That's all you can do is remove. You're not getting rid of the problem. Yeah. You're just removing the bodies. You see what I'm saying?
And you're elevating the problem because you're taking the black father away from his home.
Bingo. More fatherless children. You perpetuate. They know what they're doing. They're perpetuating more of the same. Keep Cook County Prison filled up in Chicago. Anytime you hear a politician talk about crime and don't talk about schools and jobs, you're dealing with a hypocrite. Period. Imagine going into Chicago and you giving out $80,000 a year jobs with benefits. Any gang member, $80,000 a year job, you got to sign a contract that you ain't gang banging no more, boom, 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 boom. I promise you, half of them are done. Half of them are done because they care about their babies more than that life. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But ain't nobody doing that. Have you ever seen anybody talk about a job or employment system to reduce crime in the black community? Have you ever heard that? I've never heard it. We're going to create jobs in the black community to reduce crime. You never hear that. You can hear the president talking about, we created 1 million new jobs in the past 2 months. I don't see none. Everybody I know unemployed, still unemployed. Where these jobs that y'all talking about? They're going straight to white folks. They don't even hit the ghetto. And you know what? They don't want to employ black people anyway. You want to know why? Because Chicago, like every other major city, is marked for what? Gentrification.
Right.
If I give you a good paying job, you ain't moving. How I'm going to get you out of Chicago for these white folks to buy up all the land, and now you got a job, you can actually afford a mortgage now? That don't work with what I'm trying to do. They're not giving black. Why would you employ a people you trying to exterminate? You can solve a problem like that. They don't want to. They did it for the Jews, Italians, and Irish. Remember, the original gangsters was the Jews, Italians, and Irish. They was the gangbangers and the shoot 'em up boys.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they gave the Irish the fire department in the black community They gave the Italians the fire department in the black community. They gave the Irish the police department, and they gave the Jews the government jobs. Eliminated crime almost overnight for them people. Where's ours at? What you gonna get black folks?
You know how terrifying that sounds to me? Because when I hear that, I think, well, it's clear that white America isn't going to provide that opportunity.
They're not. We got to.
So what are we going to just continue? How long until it is a decision amongst Black America that says it's enough? This is enough, and that scares me because I don't see that day coming soon.
And that's why I can't stop doing what I do, because I'm the one who says, listen, I know the government owe us, but if we're going to sit around waiting for them to solve our problems, we'll be exterminated by then. They don't have no vested interest in solving our problem. They don't want us here. The only reason why we still here is an accident of the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln was getting his ass kicked by the Confederacy, and Frederick Douglass and Martin Delany and Sojourner Truth said, listen, you about to let racism cost you your country. You better put black men in this war, and you better put them in quick, because if you don't, y'all gonna lose. We saved the country for him, and as a result of that, he couldn't kick us out. And you know the mistake we made at the end of the Civil War? Guess what we should have did?
What?
At the end of the Civil War, we should not have traded in our guns to become civilians. We should have said to ourselves, if we can beat the Confederacy for the Union, why can't we beat the Union for ourselves? I really wonder what would have happened if we would have said, fuck this, we taking the country.
Got the guns.
I really would love to see if we could have done it, because I believe we could have. I believe we could have took the whole country. That's one of those things from history where I wish we could relive it. So we only here because we saved the white man. But they never wanted us here. Not even Abraham Lincoln. He was trying to get us off to Panama, to Haiti. He didn't want no blacks in him. When the Civil War was over, we was all supposed to get on ships and be taken away. That was Abraham Lincoln's plan.
Did not know.
Barack Obama don't talk about that, though, his hero. He don't talk about that. But to your point, we have to solve the problems. Nobody's going to solve them for us. So for the Pan-Africanists and the Garveyite, we understand that. We're like, let's do this. The problem is so much of black America is complacent. Religion has taught them Jesus is going to come solve it, or just keep voting and the government is going to come solve it. We don't have enough of us who wants to solve our own problems ourselves. Like I said, slavery stole from us the natural desire to want to control your future and your destiny. Most immigrants come to America, what's the first thing they look for? A piece of the community to call theirs. Am I wrong?
Sure.
Chinatown, Little Italy, Little this. They go to East Indians. Black people don't have that. We don't thirst for power and control because slavery took that. That impulse to do for self, slavery took it. We'll do for our individual selves. I'm talking about for the group. This is why when I see protests, I don't get excited about protests. There was somebody asked me about the Pastor Jamal Bryant Target protest. I support it. Target mistreated black people, and they needed to be reminded of our power. Pastor Jamal Bryant did that. I commend him, right? But guess what? There was no benefit to the black community of the protests. Target got smacked, but we gained nothing. All we did was redirect the black dollar from Target to Costco.
Right. Well,
Another white company. You feel me? Mm-hmm. What would have been the solution? Where is the black superstore?
Right.
Tell black folks we not buying from nobody. We're going to build our own superstore. Let me give you a comparison analysis. Dr. King, Montgomery bus boycott. 381 days, no black person rode the bus during the Montgomery bus boycott, 1955, right? Mm-hmm. What if Dr. King would have said, because remember the Supreme Court overturned segregation in transportation. Everybody went back to the bus. What if Dr. King would have said, guess what, y'all?
start our own bus line.
We starting our own bus line. We're not going back to them. Fuck them. That would have been revolution. That's what I needed Pastor Jamal Bryant to do. That's what I need Al Sharpton to do. See, we keep dealing with Band-Aids, not solutions. We need solutions, systems and institutions, but I hardly see anybody building them.
So are you more focused on sparking a mind for change? Because you can't realistically think that this change is going to happen in your lifetime.
I realistically believe it can. I also realistically understand it's not likely to because the mindset is not there.
And is this why you want the schools?
Yes, because the school is going to create that consciousness that's necessary for us to solve our own problems. We have to create a new black consciousness that is all about self-determination. Think about it. You don't hear a lot about self-determination, self-reliance, do for self. These are the buzzwords of the Garvey movement. And then, of course, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad borrowed it from Marcus Garvey, and then the Nation of Islam used it as well, right? You don't hear a lot of them words no more. It's all about ask the government, wait for the government, wait for Jesus, wait for Muhammad. No, God gave us the power to solve our own problems. Let's do it. Let me go back to what I was saying about the protests. Street protests, police brutality, right? Where one of us die, we burn down the neighborhood. Nothing wrong with that. Riots and rebellions get the attention of the power structure, right?
Right.
But here's the question. Can somebody name an institution we built as a result of one of those unjustified police killings? I can show you a neighborhood we tore down.
Right.
Show me what we built for Breonna Taylor. Show me what we built for Trayvon, for Michael Brown, for Philando Castile, for Freddie Gray, for Alton Sterling, for Sandra Bland, for Sonia Manson. You follow me? What school did we erect in Breonna Taylor's name? What hospital did we erect in Sonia Massey's name? What supermarket did we build in the name of Michael Brown? You feel me?
Right.
Nothing. And do you want to know why? Anger destroys. All you need to do is be angry to destroy. But in order to build, you need love. You need love to build. And the reason we ain't built shit in the name for none of our fallen brothers and sisters is there's not enough collective black love to want to create. So we only destroy. And when we destroy, we're not destroying for justice. We destroying because you're mistreating me. You see that?
Right.
That's two different things. That's like you got your lady and your lady mad at you and she tear the whole house up, but she don't leave. She didn't tear up the house because she's ready to leave you. She tore up the house because she wants you to treat her better. We have temper tantrums. We have temper tantrums and tell the white man, treat me better. I don't want you to treat me better. I want justice. Allow me to do for myself what everybody else is allowed to do in this country for themselves. And then the black bourgeoisie is a big part of the problem because the black bourgeoisie always misrepresents what our true focus should be. Like take Swollen Martin, right? Swollen Martin keep talking about voting. He ain't talking about building on institutions. He ain't talking about challenging no power structures. His whole message is vote, vote, vote. It ain't gonna change nothing. And why is his message vote, vote, vote? Because didn't the Democratic Party under Kamala Harris give him about $250,000 to sell black people to the polls on election day? And how did we find that out? The conservatives exposed it.
Yep.
They came out with a list and said, these are the black folks that the Democrats paid to get you out to vote. And the whole time you thinking they're telling you to vote for Kamala because they think she's best for black folks. I'm being paid to get you out there. Al Sharpton got what? Allegedly about $500,000 to do the same thing. Come on, man. This is about money and opportunities. These are hustlers, man. They don't care about no black justice. They hustlers.
So you got Democrat, Republican. When you look at that, you think this is a distraction?
Two-party monster. A red wing and a blue wing on the same damn chicken wing. No justice. I don't want a Democratic Party plantation slave, and I don't want a Republican Party plantation slave. What we should do is divest from both, create a black political union or black political party, right? You don't even have to run nobody. You just have to show the Democrats and the Republicans that I got 20 million black votes
Black vote.
who have all sworn to vote the same direction. Do you feel me? 20 million. You ain't even need 20 million, 5 million. Because elections are won on smaller numbers than that. You got elections won for a couple thousand votes. So if you say I got 1 million black votes and we all vote in the same way, they're gonna come to you. See, black people say, why the politicians don't do nothing for us? Because you don't control them. You can only control them with money and with organized votes. We don't use our money and we don't have our votes organized. Why would the Republicans take you seriously if they know you're going to vote for the Democrats no matter what? And why would the Democrats take you seriously if they know you're going to vote for the Democrats no matter what? Remember what Lyndon Baines Johnson said. Lyndon Baines Johnson said, after we passed this civil rights bill, 1964, after we passed this civil rights bill in 64 and his Voting Rights Act in 65, he said, I will have these niggas voting Democrat for the next 100 years. It's on tape. You can listen to it on YouTube. He said it, racist president who started the war on crime. He said, after these two bills, I'm going to have niggas voting Democrat for 100 years. So according to Lyndon Baines Johnson, it ain't going to be until 2065 that we stop voting Democrat. Suckers thinking white people care about us. Insane.
AI is a powerful tool.
It is.
AI, a lot of people recently started getting into translating Adolf Hitler's speeches as he was speaking.
I ain't seen that yet.
So, and when you hear his message, sounds eerily similar to the problems we're facing. We can't allow the Jewish people to come into our communities to infect our minds. And he seemed to be preaching a message that was very pro my people. I want my people to stay my people. These people are going to come in here and they're trying to change how we think.
I am not anti-Semitic or anti-Jewish.
Okay. Yeah.
But to your point, what a lot of people don't know, right or wrong, is for everybody to decide for themselves. But what a lot of people don't know historically, the reason why Adolf Hitler and his behavior was unjustified, but the reason why he declared war on the Jewish people, number one, their control of the economic system of Germany. They ran the banks, and he felt that they were exploiting his people. Number two, they ran the nightlife, the clubs and the whorehouses and the pornography and the prostitution.
Didn't know that.
And he felt that it was a degeneracy against the German people, right? And what was the third one? There was a third thing. Oh, the first person to perform transgender surgery was in Germany. And I believe it was a Jewish doctor and transgender activist.
Back then.
And Adolf Hitler took issue with it. So rightly or wrongly, he felt that there were things being done allegedly by that community that was working against the best interests of his people, with the main two things being the economic control and what he felt was sexual degeneracy and deviancy with the nightlife, as well as some of the non-traditional, non-binary sexual agendas that were being carried on in Germany.
Wow. That's stuff I didn't know.
Yeah.